Good morning, MacLaren. Today is Tuesday, May 5th, 2020. The weather today, a mix of clouds and sun with a high of 67 degrees. The sun rose at 5:56 a.m. and will set at 7:56 p.m. Today is Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo is not Mexico's Independence Day. That is celebrated on September 16th and commemorates the Grito de Dolores, the cry of Dolores, which initiated the War of Mexican Independence from Spain. Cinco de Mayo is a totally different day, and it commemorates the Battle of Puebla. Puebla is a city in Mexico, and what happened was that the country of France wanted to establish an empire in Mexico that would favor French interests. And so they wanted to rebuild French influence on the American continent, and they wanted to kind of push back against British and Anglo-American influence in the area. So they sent an army, well-trained, well-supplied army of 8,000 French soldiers. They hadn't been defeated for decades. And they landed and invaded Puebla, and they fought a Mexican army of only 4,000 poorly equipped soldiers. And the Mexican soldiers won, and they pushed back and successfully defeated this French invasion. And this was a great outpouring of national pride in Mexico, and has an interesting historical significance. You know, some historians argue that since that moment, the Battle of Puebla, on May 5th, 1862, no country in the Americas has ever been invaded by any other European military force. Another historian argues that if Mexico had not defeated the French in Puebla on Cinco de Mayo, then France would have established a foothold in the Americas and would have gone to the defense of the Confederacy in the American Civil War and maybe changed the destiny of the United States of America. In the United States, however, Cinco de Mayo has become much more significant than it is in Mexico. It's not actually widely celebrated in Mexico. It's sort of a ceremonial day. Sometimes there are military parades or, battle reenactments, but it is actually much more popularly celebrated in the United States because it has become associated with the celebration of Mexican American and Chicano culture. And because the United States has such a large population of Mexican Americans, it has sort of gradually over time become this day for Mexican Americans to celebrate their culture, just as you could think of St. Patrick's Day is a day of Irish celebration of Irish culture, but is widely celebrated by all sorts of people who aren't Irish. And similarly, Cinco de Mayo is a day of Mexican American culture that is celebrated by all sorts of people in the United States and even around the world. Okay, my friends, take heart, keep tending to your victory gardens, keep a pleasant schedule and a good routine, get a lot of fresh air and exercise, be a helper to your family. Please do not be at odds with your siblings. If it is your birthday today, May 5th, 2020, Cinco de Mayo, happy birthday to you. I hope you all have a day of kindness, friendliness, and peace. And we will see you next time.